Hey, how's it going? Well, I'm working on this lawn tractor. Last couple of days, last little while, I've been noticing a little bit of smoke coming out the exhaust. This is Yardworks Canadian Tire model. I've had it for 17 years, and it's got 721 hours. And it was puffing smoke, actually quite a bit of smoke, and it just more or less started, and couldn't quite figure out what was wrong. I thought maybe the PCV valve wasn't working, but it was dumping a lot of oil into the carb and burning it out, the exhaust. And the oil would, if I put fresh oil in it, it would get black like real quick. See how black that is. That's new oil. Maybe ran it for 5 minutes with that oil in it. So anyway, I wasn't quite sure what was wrong with it, so I thought I'd have to do a rebuild. But so I took the head off. See, there's a lot of carbon buildup in here. But I think the problem might be I took the head gasket off. Let me get the gasket. So I was out looking for a new tractor. You know, probably up to 3,000 bucks I'd have to pay for one. So anyway, looking closer, I've already cleaned this off a little bit, but looking closer at this head here, the cylinder, this is where the valve's push rod goes. If you can see that right there. That looks to me like the oil was getting passed there, or the compression was getting pushed back into the crank, because when I took that oil dipstick out, man, the oil was shooting out of there like crazy, so it had way too much crank pressure. And here's the gasket. This was like this. If you look at it, I'm thinking that's the problem. I'm no expert, but so I'm guessing what happened is the compression was getting through the gasket into the valves, or back into the crank. So I'm going to pick up a new gasket and we'll see what happens. Hopefully that's it, because I was expecting to either buy a new tractor or rebuild this one, which I really didn't think was feasible, having be 17 years old, and I have an acre and a half of grass to cut with this, so it's probably not really a proper tractor for it. But anyway, so I'll get the gasket and then we'll see what happens. See you later. Okay, so I'm working on the lawn tractor again. Picked up a new head gasket, and everyone I've seen on YouTube and that, the gasket blows right here. Same place on every one. So it's obviously a weak spot. So, but this tractor is 17 years old. It's got 720 hours on it. I don't know if you can see, but you can still see the crosshatch marks from the factory, because I haven't touched this since I got it. Everything looks really good. Top of the pistons, good. And I cleaned the head, and I lapped the valves, so that should be good. So I'll put this back together. I'm not going to show it because there's plenty of videos on there, YouTube, about it. So when I get it back together, we'll see if it runs. Okay, so I got the motor back together. Everything went good. Just put the head gasket on, torqued the bolts, put the valve cover on, and let's see how it starts. Okay, it looks good. No smoke. Usually it really smoked bad when you engage the blades. So it looks like she's working good. Good for another 17 years.